Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my Real Techniques brush review video. Now I've had these for, I'm going to say, like 3 weeks or something, and I've been using them like pretty much every day, trying to get as much use out of them and see what I like to use them for. So yeah, I'm ready to give you guys my opinion. Now just before I get started, I still have a cold, apologies for the voice, but yeah, I have time to make a video, so I thought I'd take that opportunity while we have light. Okay, so these came in different sets, and I can't really remember the sets apart from, I'm just going to go by colour. So, because these ones are, you know, purple, these ones are orange. So I'm going to go by colour. I'm pretty sure these 5 came in a set anyway. So I'll start off with these. Okay, so the first brush in that set is called the Base Shadow Brush. Now, it's a fluffy but quite flat brush, which is slightly tapered at the top. And all of these brushes are duo fibre, which is really nice. They're all synthetic hair. Now, this one's nice for packing on a colour because it's not so dense, because it has that fluffy aspect. It's not the best brush for packing on colour, but it's decent enough, and it's quite nice for getting into the crease and blending out. Now, I haven't been using that much because although it's a really good brush, it's not my first choice, but if you don't have many brushes, this is absolutely really good. This is definitely a good crease brush, so that I like that. The second one is one I didn't really know what to do with. It's the accent brush, and you can probably see how tiny it is. Now, what I've actually been using this for is lips, you know, particularly the Cupid's bow, and in the inner corners it's really good because it's so small for putting on lip products. Again, it's good for concealer work, like very precise concealer work, and also if you want to put some shadow in the inner corner, this is very good. I never thought I would need a brush this small, but now I have it, I find it quite useful. The next brush is one I had no idea what I was going to use for. It's the Pixel Point eyeliner brush. Now, for me, this is too thick for an eyeliner brush. I can't really use it like that. I find it too thick. So I've been using it for like shadows on the lower lash line or precise crease work. I used it today. It's an alright brush. I wouldn't use it for eyeliner, but it depends on what kind of eyeliner brush you like. But I have found uses for it, so. The next brush is the brow brush. Now, I'm going to show you the brow brush that I tend to like to use, if I can find it. Now, this is the MAC 266. This is one of my preferred brow brushes, either like this or the 263. And if we look at the size comparison, this is a lot smaller and also a lot thinner. I find this is somewhat too thick for precise brow work. This is nice if you want to kind of get a general colour and just kind of put it through them and sweep it through them, just for a general, you know, darkening of the brow, but it's not very good for precise work. But again, it depends how big your brows are. But again, really nice brush, good for eyeshadow and eyeliner as well. Would have liked it to be a bit thinner, if I'm honest, but it's still decent. Now, the last brush in this set is my favourite, one of my favourite actual Real Technique brushes, and it's a shame that they only seem to sell it in a set with those 4 other brushes, because I would buy this again separately. And it's the Deluxe Crease brush. It looks like this. And I love this for concealer. I said before that I like the Sigma Precision Round one, and these are very similar, but the Sigma one's a lot, like a bit denser. And I find that it kind of gets a lot of product stuck in there, and then the more you use it, the less like effective it is. Whereas this one's not quite as dense, so you kind of get more of the airbrush feeling to it. So I love this. The only problem, again, like I said, you can't buy this individually. You have to buy the whole set, as far as I know. So yeah, as far as I can remember, this set costs around £22, I think it might have been £22.50, and that is also the cost of the next set I'm going to show you, and that has these 4 brushes in. I think this is the core collection, I'm not sure, I don't remember the names, but I'll put a link to when I first bought them here somewhere in the down bar, so you can check that out because I'll have all the prices. So the first one, again, I was a bit unsure about because it's a detailer brush, like how many small brushes do you need. I use this again for lips because it has a nice point and it's really nice for getting in the cupid's bow and stuff like that. You can see I've been using it with my OCC lip tars, and again for concealer, but that was the problem. I didn't feel like I needed 2 of these. That's why I think it's good to have these sets that you can buy, but I think it's also a good idea to be able to buy them separately, because if I bought it again there would be a few that I don't think I'd need to buy, especially with the brushes I already have. But then I guess if you're a beginner it's useful to have all these little brushes, right? So yeah, this one was quite good for lips. The next one is the brush I've probably got the least use out of, because I don't really use this kind of brush that often, and it's the pointed foundation brush. Now I do use paddle brushes for my foundation, but this one's really small. I don't really have time for that. You can see it's slightly red. I've used it for cream blush, which is nice for, but again, I wouldn't buy this again. Like if these were all sold individually, I probably wouldn't have bought this in the first place, just because I know I wouldn't have used it. But like, it's a brilliant brush, it's a great brush, it's just not what I use or what I like to use. It's all just down to personal opinion, but if you like this type of brush, this brush is like brilliant. So it's nothing on the quality or anything, it's just I don't use this kind of brush that often. The next one is one of my favourites, it's the contour brush. You see it's quite small. Sigma does one like this, if I can find it. Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 is quite similar to this, you can see. This one holds its shape better, and I prefer this one. This one sheds like no other, and it really doesn't hold its shape very well. This is really nice for blush, for again contour, for powder, precise powder if you don't want to powder your whole face. I've used it for cream blush as well because it's synthetic. You can use it for both cream and powder products. Yeah, this is really nice, really handy little brush to have. And the last one in this set is probably one of my favourites there are 4 favourites, 3 or 4 favourites of all of the Real Technique brushes, and this is one of them, along with the crease brush, and it is their buffing brush. I love this for foundation. At first I was using it for powder, I was using it for blush, and then I saw, you know, like Samantha Chapman, Sam from pixiwoo, the person that makes these brushes or has started these brushes, and pixiwoo, Tanya, and everyone using it for foundation, so I thought I'd give it a go. Love it. Again, it's kind of like the Sigmax ones, but again these are so much thicker. You get so much, you see that? You get so much product stuck in them that after a use or something they just don't have the lightness anymore, so you don't give that airbrush foundation look, you know. So, and I know you're supposed to wash them after every use, but I don't have time for that usually. So these ones, the Samantha Chapman ones, stay a lot lighter for a lot longer. You can it's still fluffy, so I still get that airbrush foundation application. So I would choose this any day over the Sigmax ones, and I know I proclaimed my love for them, but I think this is a better version of it, more improved. But so, sorry if I'm rambling a bit, it's like first thing in the morning and I don't think I've quite woken up yet. So the next 2 you can buy separately, There was 2 other brushes, the stippling brush and the like eyeshadow brush, that you can buy separately as well, which I didn't pick up, mainly because it was costing me a fortune to buy all of these anyway, and I have lots of stippling and eyeshadow brushes. But the first one I bought before I bought these ones, because I bought it off of Love Makeup UK before these were out in Boots, and it is the Samantha Chapman blush brush. I love this, it's my favourite blush brush ever. It's so light and fluffy that you get perfect application. I don't know, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'd recommend this to everyone. The best blush brush I think I've ever used. And the last one is the powder brush. Now this is a pretty big boy and it's so soft. Sorry if you can see powder coming off of that, it's my HD powder. Let me give you a size comparison. What's this? This is the Sigma Large Powder F30. Similar size. This one's probably a bit wider. Or if we look at the Sigma 120, it's probably closer to that. And this is the 134 in the MAC one, I think. This is a lot softer again because of the synthetic hairs. These do not shed. I've only probably had 1 or 2 hairs out of the whole lot, whereas some of other brushes I own shed like mad. They're just so soft and really efficient. I use this for my HD powder and my Makeup Forever HD powder. I can't speak. There's all over my face. I love this, so soft. I just can't say enough good things about this. So overall, these brushes are all amazing quality. It's just down to how many brushes and what brushes you have already as to if you're going to find them useful or not. As a beginner, I would recommend all of them. I don't think you can go wrong if you're looking to start buying makeup brushes. I think this is a great place to start. Some of these are better than my MAC brushes, and these are a lot cheaper. Actually, a lot cheaper, yeah. They're not like crazy cheap, but they are cheaper. So definitely worth a look. My only thing I would say is that I think it's better if they sold them all separately. Like, so you can buy them in sets, but you can buy them separately as well, because if I were to repurchase these all again, I probably wouldn't pick up like this brush or, you know, just a few of them. But again, not down to the quality, just down to brushes I already own and, you know, what I personally use and stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy. I would definitely give these brushes a 5 out of 5. I don't think you can go wrong with them, and I hope they expand that line soon. If you haven't heard much about Real Technique brushes, they're by Samantha Chapman, which is Sam, one of the sisters from pixiwoo. I'll link their channel below, and I'll link below where you can buy Real Technique brushes. So if you're in the UK, you can buy them in Boots or offline. If you're in the US, you can buy them at Ulta, I believe, or offline, and I'll see where else you can buy them from. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye!